What's happening, folks? Welcome back to Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. So tonight
is Totalitarian Tuesday 5.
Boom,
Full
baby.
metal tyranny.
That's it. It's begun. Full gas tyranny, right? That's what we're hearing tonight.
It's solid, it's liquid, it's gas, it's plasma. It exists in all states of matter.
It's tyranny.
Here tonight,
It's tyranny.
I got a bone to pick with a couple of things I seen.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that and a little bit more. Livingston, man, roll that beautiful bean footage. Welcome back. Totalitarian Tuesday 5. Full Metal Tyranny.
5th whole time. And you know what?
Yep.
We haven't made a dent in the tyranny.
No, but we're trying. We're digging it up and showing it to the world, right? Let's see. Dan Phillips, what's happening? East Tennessee Preparedness. Peaceful Monkey in the house. Vision Preparedness, my brother from another mother. What's happening? Jay Creature in the house. Coffee first, then speak. Good evening. William K's, what's happening? Huntrin in the house. Mr. B Local. Hey, I get with that.
One in the chat if you're new here.
Yeah, if you're new here.
We love to see new faces. We love to see the old faces, of course.
Absolutely. We love our subscribers around here. The We All Gonna Win Wednesday. Some of the packages have been sent. I'm still waiting for a couple emails from folks. And once I get those emails, guys, if you won on We All Gonna Win Wednesday, email me, Hudson Valley Prepping Survival at gmail.com. Gmail.com. It's that easy. Email me, send me your address.
He even put it like
Prepper
in
Book
the
Club.
chat.
I did. I totally did. I got most people's emails, but there's still 1, 2, or 3 that I'm waiting for. And as soon as I get those emails, let me know. I'll get that stuff out to you. Some of the items have been shipped already. I know Mickwick has already sent out the packages to all the winter winners. So be ready for them, be looking for them. They should be there soon. You're playing Frogger crossing a road right now. Be careful, Peaceful Monkey. It's dangerous out there. Yeah, Totalitarian Tuesday. Livingston, man, what is on your mind tonight?
I saw a thing about these at the federal level. Now, this was, I don't know if this is just some sort of exploratory committee or whatever. All right, just quick synopsis. Ladies and gentlemen, there's talk of them banning gas stoves.
Yeah.
In general,
appliances.
On the federal level. Like you can't have that in America. Now, this is a long shot and just a bunch of people like saying something ridiculous loudly, in my opinion. But this is the type of thing, if you're a New Yorker, there's already talk of this. If it uses fossil fuels directly, they're going to try to make it so you can't have that.
Yes.
Now, a lot of prepper supplies rely on those specific things, unless you're into the Jackery solar, that new revolution going on. But at the end of the day, this boils down to like firewood, man.
Yeah.
If it burns, you can't have it. Like, is where we're going here.
Basically, that's the direction New York is taking. You know, all new builds in the city, there's no gas if it's under 7 stories. So that's most residential type buildings, right? So if it's under 7 stories, no gas, anything, all electric buildings. So yeah.
And it begs the question of where is all this electricity on the grid level? Mm-hmm. Then if we're all being asked to turn our lifestyle upside down, for better or worse, the question is, it's got to change everything. Imagine New York City. The whole city is...
It's built with gas infrastructure under the ground everywhere.
It's gas-powered. The entire city is, unless they're burning off methane fumes from the landfills, which maybe they are, but regardless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Patty S. says they're saying it's dangerous. Now, let me ask you something.
It's dangerous.
Most of you have grown up with a gas or propane stove in your house. Electric appliances weren't all that common until more recently, right? I mean, the electric stoves they're a little better than they used to be, you know.
It boils down to your aesthetic, and now here you want to like divide the nation is like which stove cooks food better. I think a gas-powered one does in the right hands.
Right.
It's a whole different cook.
I see. Prepper Book Club prefers cooking on gas stove. They say it's causing asthma in kids.
Now, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I assume now the logic they're pointing to here is that like not only just the propane or the natural gas burning indoors is giving off nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, like pollutants.
Sure.
Okay, gotcha. You're burning something indoors without a correct way to vent it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that like some kind of code states that at least a new installation requires a hood of some kind.
Yeah, venting, direct venting to the outside.
So we already have that.
Yeah, safety nets are in place. The fact that people bypass them could actually be giving kids asthma and, not turning on that range hood and venting that to the outside.
Or they don't have one, which I get. So you don't have one.
Yeah.
But now what you have there is an unsafe installation. It's not about banning the thing, it's about making the ones you have work right. If your argument is that it causes indoor air pollution, give families or households the means that don't have that ventilation, the means to have it installed.
Yeah, vent it. All you have to do is really vent it.
Should have never been installed.
Chassis Skirt says a lot of pipes are old. I'm in Albany and the pipes are being upgraded. Now, fun fact, in Albany, some of the water lines are still made out of wood. Believe it or not, under the ground, they're still freaking made out of wood. They're like old trees with holes drilled all the way through them, and they break when it gets real cold, and it's a nightmare. So Albany's infrastructure is aging very, very much, chassis. So best of luck up there, man. When it gets cold, it gets scary in Albany.
All right, Full Metal Tyranny being the premise of the episode. So
Absolutely.
I mean, how sufficient could you be with a propane stove and a big old tank? Well, what I like about a propane option is, of course, the manufacturer recommends that you shouldn't, but everybody knows if power goes out, you can still cook on your top and light the oven and heat at least the kitchen. All right. They really wish you wouldn't do that. But again, and here's where your ventilation could fail, I suppose. If your range hood is electric, your stove isn't.
Yeah.
So this is the same as burning a fire indoors. You don't bring the charcoal grill inside. But with Full Metal Tyranny in place, sorry, I digressed. With Full Metal Tyranny in place, what happens is you go to like Lake Taconic State Park and you're trying to like have a barbecue, dump out some charcoal, and like forest rangers come out the woods like, get on the fucking ground. You're like, what'd I do? You're like, I got you for polluting the ozone layer and disturbing the peace. And you're only allowed to use a solar-powered electric infrared grill on state land, buddy.
They don't want you doing that. They don't
Full metal bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it might come to. You might be right. It might be, those old charcoal burners that they had at the parks.
Nope,
they yank them out and they run the infrastructure to it and they put the 220 line to it because it's going to take a lot of electricity to power.
What are the ramifications for, grills, I don't know, any barbecue joint? What happens when they find out that when you go near like ShopRite, it smells like fried chicken?
Yeah, your smoker will be
no more of that.
Ooh.
They're giving off fossil fuels. Yeah. Everybody deep frying the chicken. Ban it. Ban it. Okay? Full Metal Tyranny.
Don't mess with my brisket, bro.
You didn't want the government in your bedroom, son? They coming in the kitchen. The government's sitting in your kitchen.
Yeah, they're
telling
they're going to take your stove.
How you going to cook your food? You hear me?
It's crazy.
How much are we going to take it as?
Absolutely
How much?
Crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
What we allow is what will continue.
Yes, it's true. It's funny because everybody else in the world is making power moves right now to get a hold of oil and natural gas and gather all the energy resources that they can, right?
They want to be the last ones that got it.
It's true. Terry Johnson, what's happening? Tracy K, welcome. You won't need to cook when you have the Soylent Green. Prepper Book Club's got it figured out, guys. They're going to feed you the bug bars, right? You can eat bug bars. You don't need gas stoves to eat your bug bars. Right? It's prepackaged for you.
I only hope
it's the bugs.
I only hope that the mighty Hormel Corporation, who's responsible for Spam and other of my
if they fight back against the power,
that or they make it palatable for me. All right?
At least make the bugs taste good, right? Holy shit! Wow, could you imagine, guys? Ugh.
I don't want bug spam. That's where I'll go. I will riot. I'll throw a brick.
Yeah, it's spam, but it's cricket spam.
Bricks. I'm gonna show up at the
build back bug bars. GSP, what's happening, my friend? How are you?
My main gripe, among other things, I see pervasive, just like the government, like what it's chose to do is ignore all complaint, dissent, any sort of strife, hardship, whatever, on behalf of all of us, the people. So why there's no big news is because they're just just don't pay attention to it.
Right? Yeah. CC Clark, welcome. Texas in the house. How are you doing this evening? We're coming to you live from upstate New Yorkistan.
I'm talking about a system that is so tyrannical that is just it's not it's looking at you the way I'm looking at you right now. It's not really feeling one way or another about it.
Yeah.
It is this way. Ain't nothing you gonna do about it.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Ultimately, what are you gonna do? How do you
the system we live under?
So how do you push back against something like this? Personally, I think we need to go. And everybody needs to stop using their debit cards, right? If we're going to fight back against the cashless society, the answer is to use cash at every turn you get. Go to the bank, get the money out of the bank, paying cash. The more cash that's in circulation, the more cash there is for everybody, right? For everybody. You got to have it. You like the ring, Hunter? That's, yeah. That one's from my wife.
Speaking of Hunter there. You want to kick it and get it started is go run the banks.
Oh, yeah. But I'm not saying everybody go at the same time. I'm just saying when you cash your check, the things that you normally pay for with your debit card, stop. Go pay for it in cash. That's how we beat the card system, is just to not accept it, guys. You got to fight back against it. I mean, you need it for certain things. But for other things, let's push the money, man. Use your money. It's in the bank. It's there. It's got your name on it. Take those bills out. Put them in your hand. Who knows how long we're going to be able to keep up the cash currency, man.
I don't know how far down this hole you are. You're talking to a guy who I have stated repeatedly that money is not real. And the way to beat the system is to buy real things with the fake money now before they catch on. And if you're the type to believe in an EMP apocalyptic event, who cares how many freaking payments you got left on the Land Rover? Who cares
it doesn't matter.
How much money you owe somebody? Just get it done now and hell with it. What are they going to do? Uncrash the car?
Get gift cards for Amazon. I'm feeling you, Jeep Girl. I feel someday there will come a time when it's time to max the plastic and
teach them a lesson.
Stick it to the man right before everything crashes. Now, to really know it's coming, a few people have said it was going to happen already, and I hope they didn't max out the plastic. Now they're swimming in $40,000 in credit card debt. And, tens of thousands of freeze-dried meals.
Well, we'll come repossess it, bro. They're buried in the shithouse out back.
Yeah, good luck.
You can have that back. That's fine. Oh, we're going to hold that against you. Cool.
Cat Tiger says cash money is debt. Yes. But if we can buck off this digital system. So what they want,
it does to you.
They want to control your money. They want to control your fuel, whatever fuel that is that you use, right? Especially the natural gas thing now. They're pushing back real hard against natural gas. So they want you to be all electric in that aspect, everything electric, right? So they can turn off your electric, they can turn off your money, and then you can't do anything about it.
It's extreme, full metal tyranny. Okay,
that's what it is.
A monetary system already tries to be that.
Right.
This new push for electronic everything is just that. It's the ultimate form of control. Like the memes are real. Like,
yes.
Your smart refrigerator will not open and you have to starve for 3 days because you said something somebody didn't like on Facebook. Like
Patty S., you're absolutely right. The electric trucks, the cold is a big factor. Anything battery operated, right? Livingston, man, anything battery operated.
As of now, like
it sucks. It sucks. They don't like the cold. They don't like payloads. That's significantly going to shorten your life. And now you have to stay closer to home because your electric vehicle can't carry you and your tools to the job to do the work anymore because, well, it just doesn't have that range. So you're going to have to think a little smaller. So all the more reason to pull your community together. William Cage, you're right. Walmart is almost card only. The self-checkouts, when I have to use them, because I try not to, I want to stand in line and wait for a cashier or ask them if they're going to open up another lane.
Do you know the level of privacy invasion that occurs at a self-checkout? Like you thought
there's cameras everywhere.
Like a human cashier would rather not even look at you. You know what I mean? Pull up to that fucking self-checkout, and that's like an ATM that you put money into.
See, Texas Surplus Pro said it. Hoovie's Garage did their F-150 review with a trailer in the cold. Couldn't even do 100 miles. See, that's a problem, guys. That's a problem. You take the F-150 Lightning and load it up, and you're going to load the cattle into it and take them on down to the slaughterhouse. But, the slaughterhouse is, 350 miles away. So you're going to have to stop 3 times and charge your car before you can get there. So your normal 3-hour trip is going to take you 5 to 7 hours just to get there now, right? It says agenda, 15-minute smart cities coming to a city near you.
I keep hearing this.
That's why we like the country, man.
I've heard this 15-minute cities thing a couple times. What are they talking about?
Yeah.
No,
they're talking about a city that's literally 15 minutes from one end to the other. They want to make them linear. They're going to make one out in the desert in Dubai or someplace like that, right? All out of mirrors and
the line or whatever.
Yeah, self-sustaining and yada, yada, yada. The best way to fight back is to stick to your old ways. Stick to the cash. Go to the clerk at the register. I remember when I was a kid, there was so many people that worked in grocery stores. There was so many people at these big box stores, people at the register, people stocking shelves, people doing all the things. Nowadays, you really don't see that many people working in the grocery stores. It's all automated and the just-in-time delivery system brings everything right in time for everybody. The
machines were supposed to make it so we didn't have to work, not stole the job and then still made it so you had to pay. But the problem is that you have to work. You have to earn currency to pay the government to live, right? You got to do it. How old is that system?
What, the just-in-time delivery
system?
No.
Whatever the fuck that was that you just said, where you got to pay the government to live.
You do. Well, that's taxes. That's taxes on your property.
How old is that system?
It's taxes on everything.
I feel like that wasn't always the case.
Uncle Charlie says, I save money at self-checkout. That's right. They didn't train me how to do this. So if I mess up, hey, that's on you. That's on you.
I got to go to the self-checkout. I swear to God, I'm stealing fucking everything. Like, I ain't even paying for nothing. I'm taking the self-checkout with me fucking since I work here. I need service.
Prepared Irishman, I agree with you. They're going to frame this as a better thing. You don't have to carry cash. You don't have to worry about it. Everything can be paid for with this little chip in your phone. And you just NFC and NFC and
it's
NFC
convenient.
and NFC and NFC and just tap to pay. You don't have to touch anything. You don't have to do anything because Lord knows everybody's afraid of the common cold nowadays.
I like the whole, I don't have to touch it. I complained about it. I have the thing in my watch. It goes bleep, bleep. And that's decent.
Ugh.
I don't mind. What?
I hate it. I hate it.
It's the same as swiping the fucking card. Who cares?
No, I like to take the money out of my wallet and hand it to somebody, and yeah.
Well, it goes bleep bleep, and fucking it's not too bad. Doesn't really bother me. But then it was like, especially during the height of the fucking, the Black Death, the winter of death and destruction that we were promised and were given. I'm like, it goes bleep bleep, and then it needed me to touch the screen, and I threw a hissy fit like a Karen in the store, and I was like, why I got to touch it? He's like, you got to touch it. I was like, contactless.
I'm not touching it. Says Homestead in the Hood says NYC purchased electric garbage trucks that cannot handle the snow plows. They have to come back too often, and they will shut the city down.
Imagine electric snow plows. Like, that's going to work. This will be fun.
Kirsty Gardner, I agree. Shop local farms whenever with cash. CC Clark says, I pay the bills and taxes, not IRS. Got a paycheck. Ugh, it sucks, man. It sucks. They get me every year. Every year. I just write checks to the state. I write checks to the federal government. I write checks to everybody. Come tax time.
Controversial.
It sucks, man.
Controversial statement.
I hate it.
The most wickedest tax return I ever got in my life was when Obama was president. Like,
he was giving money to everybody.
Trump was fucking a little stingy, I must say. But then whoever paved the way for the stimmies, all right, cool, I'll take that. But yeah, like Obama.
Oh, boom! See that? Hunterin says if he wins the Mega Millions tonight, everybody in the chat gets $100,000. There are currently 70 people here. FYI, Hunter, and just so you know. And that reminds me, guys, if you're here, if you're enjoying yourself, if you're having a good Tuesday night,
it's only 6.6 million.
Smash that like button for us and help us beat back the YouTube algorithm. It comes for us. It comes for us. The subscriber count just right into the toilet. I don't know what it is, but they just hate us. They hate us. Lucky Dame was talking about this.
You know what it is? Because people want to hate, and because they don't know what to do with it. They're either expecting some nerd in his closet like, listen, you guys, this is a big problem, and someone needs to hold someone accountable for these issues that are at hand right now. Or they expect some guy outside with like fucking dual-wielding MG42s, like shooting fucking stuff, and it's like, so we kind of sit in the middle of that. I mean... Hey,
CC Clark, we're trying to do better on the F-bombs, but you're bound to hear them here. My apologies. We try to be as real as we are, and yeah, I curse.
We'll use it for effect. I don't apologize.
Chassis says he's here for all the beer and trees. Well, we got Livingston, man. What are you sipping on tonight?
Well, it's a Michelob Ultra for now.
Yeah. Until that one's gone.
Get the blood pumping. So
absolutely. Vision Preparedness. Thank you so much for sharing my good buddy Travis's link. strategicetc.com. If you're in the Northeast and you need medical training, he is a great resource. Fantastic guy.
I'm gonna show him.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, for the Northeast crowd, like, I feel compelled to just show you guys, like, bear with us.
We are an American Heart Association training site. We are an American Red Cross training center. We also offer Health and Safety Institute training. We can offer everything from CPR, first aid, AED training, to basic life support for healthcare professionals, emergency medical responder. So if people want to go a step further than that, if they're interested in getting into the medical field. Located in Queensbury, New York at 53 Luzerne Road. We're right in front of the Bare Bones Warehouse. We have a conference room upstairs. Can comfortably seat about 6, has a conference table, has a display on the wall, can be wirelessly displayed. We have a state-of-the-art classroom. Has dual displays, everything's twinned, the audio's twinned on it, and that can seat comfortably probably 12 to 18 students. We can tailor custom classes. Classes like Stop the Bleed, which is a free government program that we offer. There's no charge for that. Things like active shooter response and other custom requests. Also very big with the Boy Scouts of America. It's approved for them. A big portion of our training comes from healthcare professionals, obviously. On the civilian side, for the CPR, AED, and first aid classes, everything from Boy Scout leaders to river guides, people doing water safety, new parents, right? They want to get training for their kids. Daycares is another big market segment that we do. We get a lot of requests from daycares. But we don't add on all those extra fees that many of the other large companies do. We don't charge, a per student fee and then a travel fee and a kit fee and a disposable consumable fee. We basically charge a flat rate and you get all of that. Most of our instructors are either currently in the field or have been in the field. So we have a good spin on our training because not only can we teach the material, we've lived it. Most of the feedback has been, this is the best class we've ever had because of your knowledge and the way you present it.
There you have it. strategicetc.com for all your medical training.
518-722-0090.
Boom. Get a hold of them. Get a hold of them. Travis or Ryan, they can help you with anything and everything. They have a fantastic facility. You guys just saw it. It's the bomb. And they are great, great trainers.
Whatever training or consultant you need. I play that commercial. I don't,
Tyranny.
I don't like it. Me and Mike sometimes bicker about showing you guys ads on these things. I could take or leave ads, but that one, that's our boy. And if you're in the need or even your workplace is, hit them up.
Absolutely.
So moving on.
It's coming.
Full Metal Tyranny.
The tyranny's coming.
Everything. It makes you start to wonder. Their war on fossil fuels and emissions, right? What if? Now, you can't steal a catalytic converter off a Tesla now, can you?
No, you can't. No. And the batteries only last about 10 years.
Now, I'm possibly the first person to connect this conspiracy to all of a sudden start stealing all the catalytic converters to the push for electric zero emissions vehicles. How much? I roll up.
It's the catalytic converter insurance company.
I roll up.
And you're cutting out the catalytic converter?
All right. How much do I get for that?
What, the catalytic converter?
Yeah.
It depends upon the one that you take, I guess.
How much does it cost to replace it?
They can be quite expensive. And, they're back ordered now. Still got supply chain disruptions, guys.
And a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's true. And, folks with... when they were running around stealing the gas out of people's cars, they would just crawl underneath your car.
My favorite
and
was
drill
when they
a hole through your tank, right?
When they put it in the plastic bags, that was my favorite. I was like, please keep doing that.
Yeah, they drill a hole in your freaking tank and drain the gas out of it. And people were finding out is there's enough gas left in the fuel pump to get it going and get you down the road just a little bit. And then it dies out, right? And then you're like, why the hell won't my car start? I just got gas yesterday. Why am I on E? Then, you have to replace the whole entire gas tank, right? I mean, you want to talk about suck. That's like a $600 to $800 job, depending upon the car. And then you've got to wait for a tank. And some of these things were 6 months out. So now you basically need to go get yourself a new car for the next 6 months, right? I mean,
dropping a fuel tank is not something you want to try at home on a weekend. I mean, I'm sure
well, there's plenty of folks out there who are very good
at
doing
that, but
work on their own thing, but I'm not one of them.
Because you want to, not because somebody else made you. But
exactly.
I'm just saying. So again, there's this, the current as we know it, infrastructure is under attack from within and from without.
Absolutely.
You got the government being all this stuff, you can't even have this, but at the same time, then you got all these people attacking the power grid and stuff. Also making big news about people taking pot shots at transformers like they're terrorists.
Yeah.
Should they be doing that? No, I hate y'all when you do that. Making my fucking bill go up, if nothing else. Plus, it's irresponsible and just stupid and counter-revolutionary. But what I mean is they're pressing this whole electrical grid it's the end all be all. It's going to solve all our problems. It's
extremely vulnerable. So they want us to switch to an infrastructure that
is controlled by people that again don't have to play by the rules that we're all going to have to.
Yeah.
They can have a charcoal.
But they're also it's not hardened, right? The grid isn't hardened. We found out, like Livingston Man said, a couple of people taking pop shots at the right spot in a small facility can take down Well, a whole county.
If that's what you think happened, but that's what we were told. So that's what we're going with.
Yeah. So that can
some
happen.
hick-looking dudes. Anybody see them guys that were looking like yeah, but they were also at the same time like systematically like targeting the power grid for nefarious purposes. So
absolutely. Well, that's the story they're telling us. So, like Livingston Man said, that's what we got to go with for now.
Yeah.
But,
it's like when hackers like break into the program, but it was because like they hired them to do it.
Yeah,
make sure that there was.
It happens. It happens. But they want us reliant on this system. That's if you live anywhere in the country, it's not all that freaking reliable. The power goes out every time the wind blows sideways over 40 miles an hour. Right? Something going to fall. The bad weather, somebody going to go off the road and hit a pole and take down half the damn town. Never fails. It's going to happen. So if you have this big electric everything, right, and you're here in the Northeast and you have somebody on medical equipment in the house, you absolutely have to have power. You're going to go get yourself a gas powered generator, right? Yeah. And those are big bucks, man. A whole house gas-powered generator. They're big bucks to buy it, have it installed, put the big propane tank in the ground.
You're in, yeah.
I mean, that's for the big dollar folks. So this really wouldn't affect them because they would have systems like that in place. And when the lights go off, who's it really going to affect? The average Joes, the yous and the me's. That's who it's really going to affect when the lights go out. The rich folks' generators will still be getting charged by the gas trucks on a regular basis. It's all still going to work for them. But for us, with a flip of a switch or the pull of a few triggers, the whole grid goes down and we're sitting in the dark while they're still having power, lights, their everyday creature comforts, and we're freezing in our homes.
They'll be able to do like cool stuff like turn the surveillance cameras off.
Yeah, exactly. Got to thin out the useless eaters, says Prepper Good Book Club. You know, it looks like it keeps coming back down to population control, Livingston, man.
There's no need for it.
Yeah, Jay Creature says it's $11,000 for a 22,000 kilowatt Generac. Now, that's enough to power your whole home and probably your garage, right?
That's decent power. Now, typical Generac, if I'm not mistaken, runs off of propane.
Yeah,
now,
propane or natural gas, I think.
And here's our problem, is that now what you're going to be faced with is new installs. I don't know how they'll like end up wording this, if they even get this far, right? But like even now a propane evil natural gas powered backup generator, you can't have that.
Yeah. So do you think in the future?
So what then?
That will end up with like pirate propane companies, right? They go around and, fill people's tanks.
No, you just be going to like Pennsylvania like it's fucking fireworks. Like,
if you're from New York, you
thought fireworks are dangerous. Wait till Uncle Marvin goes and buys 10,000 gallons of propane, drives it across the border in his converted NASCAR.
Yeah, that'll get you.
Remember the smokers from
Michelle the Great? Yes, the wood stoves are fantastic, and they're coming for those too. They're absolutely coming for your wood stove too.
First.
Yes, because if you have a wood stove, you can go out and collect BDUs from the forest without tax, right? If you have your own property and you have your own trees.
You said BDUs and I was like, BDUs?
BTUs.
British thermal units, because that means something. And it's
but yeah, you're not getting taxed on the firewood like you would if you were buying the propane or the natural gas or the electricity. They're going to tax your electricity too, right?
You're cutting the king's firewood is what it sounds like.
Exactly. And you're heating your house for free and polluting the environment.
At the same time you are sucking.
Kill it, grill it. Welcome to Totalitarian Tuesday 5 Full Metal Tyranny.
Folks,
this is it.
They're telling us how we can cook our food and keep our bodies warm.
Yeah.
And they're saying that what most everybody's doing is not cool, man.
This is my body. It's my choice how I keep it warm.
They don't see it that
way. Just saying, Livingston Man.
They're telling me you can't use firewood. You can't use fuel oil. You can't use propane.
Yeah, you're down to electricity. That's it. That's all we get, electricity, guys.
And if you want to generate your own electricity, you can't use gasoline, diesel, or propane to do it.
No.
So you better call us, the government, and we'll get you hooked up to the grid. We're just going to need you to sign these forms that said that we are not responsible for anything, and this is all your fault, and you can never, ever complain or otherwise show remorse for this decision that we have forced on you.
Hunter, you are absolutely right. The portable generators will not run basic electric baseboard heat. You know what I mean? If you had to convert over and you didn't have the money for what they want is everybody to get these cold climate heat pumps, right?
Keep hearing so much about
cold climate heat pumps.
Follow the money. Who's making electric? Who's making all the money off this?
They burn no fossil fuels, right? No fossil fuels these burn, but they run off the electricity that comes from coal and natural gas fired power plants. Just saying, guys. Just saying. All right.
The hypocrisy kind of goes like way up the chain with these kind of policies. Is like, it sounds good. Like, you hear it, you're like, well, yeah, okay.
Yep.
But then when you start to factor in, like, this sounds like a,
well, you want to be when you grow up. I want to change the world. I'm going to make everything so all you have to do is plug in wirelessly.
Sonia Riggs, the money is going to come from people's pockets, your pocket, my pocket. When your heating system finally dies, right?
Don't start talking
Those
about
things
money.
have lifespans,
Where
right?
does the money
So
come from to begin with?
Oil-fired boiler that you got in the basement, you got all this baseboard heat throughout your house. The old oil-fired boiler it's done. It's done, right? But
can't fix that.
To put any new fuel-burning stove inside your house, you have to get a building permit. Any heating system requires a building permit.
But then it's illegal
in some places in New York State. When that heating system dies, you have to replace it with heat pumps or some form of electric heating, right? So you're going to hire an electrician. You're probably going to hire a plumber, and they're going to run all your heat pumps and
HVAC,
all this stuff.
I don't know how they work.
Yeah,
excavators.
Man, there's a lot entailed in it. And you're going to spend a fortune on this new system. That's why they're pushing them so hard right now, right? Because this is the transition that they're coming to. Kirsty says her boiler is 63 years old. They last a long time. They do, especially if you have people who can service them and keep them going. That's the big one. That's the big one. The constant maintenance, guys. Constant maintenance.
And you end up getting boiled down and fucking strung out because of supply chain issues.
That's right. Well, everything in New York here is going electric, right? The ATVs is a big one.
Can't have them.
Can't have gas-powered.
Yeah.
Gas-powered ATVs, can't have them anymore. Eventually, they'll get, like Michelle said, invest in hand saws, that all-electric chainsaws, right? You can't have you burning that gas in the woods, guys. Can't do it. Can't do it. My Mother Spark, welcome, sister. Total Tyranny Tuesday. It's here. Full Metal Tyranny.
It's gonna in terms of productivity,
it's gonna expand.
From the trucks to the tractors to the chainsaws to the things that make the world go round.
Yeah.
Right? It's gonna put a drastic toll as this transition is made. What for the good though? I figure it probably is. Like, come on, less smoke in the air, less hole in the ozone.
Yeah, it's got to be good, right? So Uncle Charlie just said that the ductless mini splits took his electric bill from $350 to $90. Now, if you were running the regular electric baseboard heaters, those bad boys pull a lot.
Unless they're like brand new, latest ones.
A lot of power.
They're so much more efficient than they used to be, but they're heavy hitters on your supply.
Jonathan Camps, the electric chainsaws are actually pretty badass, especially if you get one with a monster battery like that Milwaukee one. Ooh, we used a couple of those on the bug out weekends, man. Game changer when you're out camping, cutting firewood. Unbelievable.
Any cordless electric tool has to be gauged on its ability to keep batteries charged.
Yes.
What I have found is the tool is one thing. Like, let's budget.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
The tool is like pretty much affordable. One of the batteries for the damn thing is about half or 3/4 the price of
the tool itself.
You want like 3 or 4 batteries. It becomes a huge investment. And again, when people are saying, but what I got works fine, but like I said, like Full Metal Tyranny, hey buddy, drop the saw, buddy. You're like,
you can't be running gas powered chainsaws.
You can't be cutting trees
here.
Fucking 75 miles away from any populated area.
Can't have it. Tigers says, let's poison the entire country with lithium. That's right. That shit is nasty. And where do all these batteries go?
You're not supposed to ask, where does it come from? Where does it go? It's like Cotton Eye Joe. You don't know. Okay, right. Lithium batteries, Cotton Eye Joe, same dude. Where did it come from? Where did it go?
Where did it come from, Lithium Eye Joe? We have no idea.
We have no idea. Ask, okay? Don't ask where it comes from. Don't ask where it goes.
Right. Like the electricity to charge your electric car. Where does it come from? Where did the lithium to even charge in the first place come from? Sonia Riggs, you're absolutely correct. The batteries do cost a fortune. Even if you're buying little like AA lithium ions for like
you might get your DeWalt tools and stuff.
Oh man, they are expensive. Now, upsize one of those things to like 1,000 pounds, right? And put it completely, the whole bottom of your car is this humongous battery, right? What happens when it's done? Where does it go? What are they going to do with all these things? They're just going to pile them up someplace and let them burn a hole through the earth?
Man, put them back where they came from, I guess.
I challenge you guys to look up, use the Google, when we're all done here tonight, use Google, go in and look up some lithium battery fires in these cars, these electric cars. In most cases, the fire department has to come back many, many times and re-extinguish these fires that pop up from these things. It's not cool. When they
I remember the videos from science class where they threw water at lithium.
Yeah, it's not good.
Immediate instinct.
It is not
when
good.
Faced with the fires, throw water at it.
Yeah. Drop them in the Mariana Trench. Just let them go. Big kabooms.
How do you think the electric eels power their settlements?
The lithium batteries into the ocean.
Throw your used batteries in the ocean. They'll thank you later.
That happened in the cargo section of a plane too, said my mother Spark. Yeah. Batteries, if you buy things, Amazon.
Yeah,
GoPros. You get the big label
batteries.
on the box.
You know when your GoPro batteries show up because it's like, wow,
this has a lithium battery in it. It's a big, like you're gonna die.
Guy shows up wearing a gas mask, like delivering to you, like what?
It's a battery. Yeah. It's a GoPro battery, man. What, you got one in your pocket?
I did.
He's trying to blow himself up.
They're like this big. Like they're all scared. Oh my God.
Prepper 101, cancel this meeting with his parole officer to be here. Thank you for choosing freedom and Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. We appreciate you, Prepper 101. Air taxis coming to a city near you soon, says Michelle the Great.
No, like airplanes, because flying cars.
We were supposed to have those already. I swear, the books I got in elementary school from the library told me that we were going to have flying cars by now, and I'm just a little disappointed.
Yeah, have you seen people's cars?
Yeah.
Okay, now imagine that just falls out of the sky in front of you.
Well, I've seen people drive. I can only imagine
bunch
people
of
flying, right?
hoopty rides, like just flying.
My Honda crashed into the roof of the.
How they fly? Like no, we're not ready for cars falling from the sky yet. This is only 2023. Let's do that in 2025.
That's right, Sonia. I was ready for the Jetson stuff, and I'm just disappointed.
Well, I always who else?
Kirsty Gardner.
All right, so I always start with the Ultra.
Yeah,
just to not get. But I'm over to the Pabst Blue Ribbon.
That's it. PBR time. PBR time.
We stick around long enough.
East Tennessee, they did lie to us all, and I agree, Outlaw. It should be happening already, and it may be. It may be.
Okay.
Homestead Aquarius, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Story time. All right. So,
let us have it.
Conspiracy theory.
All right.
Follow me on this. The Jetsons and the Flintstones took place in the same time in the same place, but the Jetsons had privilege and lived above the squalor and primitivism of the working class Flintstones, and their towers were above the clouds and pollution that they caused. Like the Jetsons is another like sort of lesson for the future. There was a reason they had to build cities that high, because they ruined everything underneath it.
The Jetsons lived in Flushing Meadow Park.
Fight me because I'm not right.
That's a pretty interesting theory.
The Jetsons and the Flintstones met. It's proven they existed within the same time, actually.
Was that one of those VHS tapes back in the day?
I probably. Remember Jetsons the movie? That shit was banging, dude. That was a cool app. That was. Sorry about the profanity. I get excited. Oh, you never seen a rated R live stream before? I
In the
won't
swear
believe
jar.
it.
In the swear jar.
They watch porn, but they're mad because I say the F word.
So I hope y'all are having a great Tuesday night. I know I'm enjoying the conversation here tonight. I always do.
Metal tyranny. Right up the butt.
So we're the Smurfs middle class because they were always working.
Middle class doesn't work.
Yeah.
Middle class invests.
Well, that's it. Apparently the thing to invest in right now is cold climate heat.
You know what's ridiculous? Okay, so the lower class. I consider myself like middle lower class.
Oh,
right.
I am working poor.
Yeah. Like, all right, so I feel that. And then, like, what I think the middle class does is those are people that simply live outside their means. Like, they don't actually own nothing the bank does, but they just get to live there and hang out. Like, I like drive the car, but it's the bank. You know, I don't own anything. I just owe mad people mad money. And then you got the upper class who, like, you kind of gotta be born into it.
Yep.
But, you know, you can do, like, an entrepreneur thing. Like, not everyone is born into it. Then you got that ultra elite like that, you know, that.
Oh, yeah, the people who just pay everybody.
Satanic pedophiles.
The ones that make the world go round.
Those people, you got to be born into. It's a big club. You ain't in it. Nobody is. There's like 100 of them in the whole world. You know what I mean? Like, and then their kids and so on. Maybe 1,000 of them in the whole world.
The trust funders.
Then there's like, but this ridiculous middle class that actually thinks that like what they do like means something. Like,
sure.
And then it's always the middle class that gets wiped out because it's always the middle class that has
so much to lose
and ambition. Well, no, the middle class want to be the upper class.
Right.
Upper class has to come through time to time, kill the middle class, make us all poor workers again.
Right.
Remind yourself where you came from. So then
they can step themselves up the ladder.
And what you see, that's what you see now. That's why anymore, basically everyone is poor or rich, and there's like a handful of people that are mad rich, and everybody else is poor.
That's right. You've got your ultra rich.
If you ain't ultra
Elon
rich,
Musk's and your Bill Gates, your Jeff Bezos.
Right. A lot of wealth, so much wealth has been consolidated in the hands of so few that it has ceased to matter.
Yeah, Sonia Riggs, you're absolutely right. The middle class does keep the country alive. Those are the folks who are spending the money.
Why are they always the ones wiped out by the class above them?
Because they are the ones. They are the ones that give the work to the poorer people, the construction workers, the plumbers, the electricians, things like that.
Do not sit here.
They are the reason. So they
You're describing trickle-down economics, and we might fight about it.
It's true, though.
Call it pissed-on economics and get it over with.
The middle class feeds those lower sections of people. Absolutely. Because, they can't all afford to mow their own lawns. They don't have the time to do it. They have to spend it on the computer working.
So, they give me what I want, but I give them what they need, and they're superior?
Well, they have the money to be able to give you what you want.
I hate the entire system being described here.
It sucks.
Right now. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hunter says the middle class doesn't keep shit going. They tell you that so you keep working.
Thank you, Hunter. The middle class is expendable. It's the proletariats who are actually free.
That Greenleaf says, buy low, sell high. FTX is a good buy now at 0. Man. These guys literally just create money out of thin air and then get so pissed off when the money's not there. I mean, Come on.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to like judge or start a class war here. If like, unless you're Bill Gates, Bezos, or Elon Musk in the chat right now, we are all in the same boat. Everybody.
Oh yeah.
And you know, wearing your burnout and your grind and your stress and your blood and your sweat and your tears in 2023, we ain't using that as a flex no more. We're using that as a fucking grievance.
Yeah.
All right. Used to be all, I worked 1,000 hours this week. You know what? How many hours did you work this week? You know what? Because what did that get you besides busted knees, a hurt back, still in debt? Ain't better off, are you? Well, everything just gets more expensive, except
I think it's time collectively for people.
Imagine when gas goes up and my hourly wage goes up, because that's how it works.
That's kind of what we need to look towards.
Price of everything going up but mine. Not fair.
If we could adjust the income level to the goods and services prices, everything would have to come up together. But, this is how you class warfare. This is how you supposedly. So now the layoffs have started.
You make the poors get mad at each other so they don't realize that the guy up on the hill is the bad guy.
The layoffs have started at the big corporations. Right? So the class warfare has begun. Believe that. The class warfare has begun. And the price of things, y'all have seen eggs. I mean, let me tell you, the grocery store is a pretty expensive place to go now. It might be more expensive than the gas station.
The price of gas is going down, and I shudder to think why, because I figure it's not because of anything good. It's probably because like Hunter Biden is like selling OnlyFans pictures or something. They somehow made a windfall off of that. Listen, it's going to be a class war, and there is a reason the ultra rich can't get over their fascination with leaving this planet.
Yeah.
There's a reason even the biggest hearted among them wish they could understand all of our plight. They cannot. They simply cannot. And
so they're just going to pack up their bat and ball and go to Mars?
What have they been doing the whole time? Like in that metaphysical, they already live on fucking Mars. They're already not like, what planet do you live on, dude? Like Elon Musk, the type of guy thinks a banana costs $20. You know what I mean? Like, it's not his fault, but it's still what you're up against.
Yeah. It's an incredible system that we have to fight back against, right? And we have to do it with our dollars. We have to do it with our decisions.
When I was a little kid, okay,
and push back that way.
The richest guy in the world, like having $1 billion was like a big thing.
Yeah.
Now, 30 years later, there's trillions of dollars that somehow exist. This system is unsustainable, and I don't care what you think about capitalism, communism, or anywhere in between. What's happening now cannot continue. Not because I said so, not because it's my opinion, because it cannot continue.
The math doesn't work out, guys.
I know it. You know it. Everybody knows it.
Yeah. And we keep playing the charade until ultimately they tell us that the jig is up, right? I mean, that's all we can really do.
We lost it all. We're leaving off to Mars.
We all
that'll be the day.
Try to prepare as best we can. And that's all we can really do. Buy it now when it's low, when you can get it at this point. I mean, what you can get when you find the sales, grab everything you can, guys. Because the path we're going down does not look very good.
I like what you just said right there. Some crowd participation. If you don't want to do it here in the chat, but if you haven't joined our Facebook group, go to the Facebook group.
Absolutely.
Chime in. Let's get a thread going of preps you got back in the day, you wish you did now because they're way too expensive or you can't get it now. Like, I have so many things I'm so glad I got. Like,
years ago, because the price is only.
Or you just can't, or it's just it doesn't
exist.
You can't find it.
Yeah, it's true. I can't remember what it was we were having trouble finding. Trim. It was actually like door and window trim. 1x6s like disappeared for a while.
Well, I mean, I gotta say 1x6s weren't in my preps kit, but I mean, I guess I'll.
No, but that's just something, in general, an odd thing that's, a hiccup in the supply chain right now.
I bought, for example, I got these hospital grade, like 20 amp, like they're wicked, like top of the line electrical receptacles.
Okay.
They were like $5 a piece.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, they got the green dot and everything, like certified, heavy duty, like military grade, like
Right.
Okay, I don't know how to more describe it. Look it up. Hospital grade, top of the line. Today on Amazon, those single electrical outlets, okay, like in your wall, it's got 2 plugs in it, $40.
Ooh, man, that's a hell of a price increase.
I bought them for $5.
From 5 to 40. Wow.
So I mean, talk about this is over the span of about a year.
So
That's the span of a year, bro.
if you go back in history and you look at the financial price jumps over time, and you look at the little graphs that they got, right? In like 79, there was this big jump, right? And then there was another little one here and another little one here. And now all of a sudden we've gotten to this giant leap forward.
It's because there's so much fake money they flooded the entire market with.
That's right.
It's not.
So that's why they're raising interest rates, because they flooded the market with too much money. They've devalued the currency so much. So they raise the interest rates, make you pay more money for everything to take some of that money back out of the system. Otherwise, they're going to break it themselves.
Ramen at 18 cents. I mean, remember that? Like, I remember a day when ramen was 2 cents a thing.
Yeah, Sonia Riggs, absolutely. Cars. The price of cars have gone through the roof in the last couple of years. Brand new, 1,500 gasoline-powered pickup truck will cost you a small fortune. That's basically like buying a house in some states.
Well, yeah, it's you can't ask yourself. It's not why is the bread worth more? It's
Right.
that the money is worth less.
Well, yeah, but it also costs more to fire up that gas-powered oven.
Because the money is worth less.
That's right. Solve it by raising the minimum wage. No worries, Outlaw Jackson's. He's figuring it out for the politicians, guys.
Well, no, the thing is, I have to drink piss beer because I smoke expensive cigarettes. You guys. Use your fucking head.
Yeah,
okay?
like $15 for a pack of these things now. Here in upstate New Yorkistan, it's disgusting.
A buddy of mine, I was going to hang out with this dude.
You used to get 2 packs for $5 and get 50 cents change. I remember those days.
That was when dinosaurs roamed the A buddy of mine's like, I'm going to Beer World on my way to your house. You want me to pick you up? Anything? I was like, yeah, let me get just grab me like a 6-pack of Rolling Rock. And like, there's like a minute, like, like typing. He's like, they have every beer in the whole world. You want Rolling Rock? I was like, well, yeah, I mean, what? Like,
oh, man. GMA Merkel says, I've never owned a brand new car. I also have no debt. That's the way to live, my friend. If you can live debt-free, more power to you.
I don't know how long you've been here, but earlier in the live stream, I questioned how, like, wise that sentiment really is, given the state of, like, banking and the world economy at this point. Mm-hmm. I feel like now, talking about buy low and sell high, is get in there now, get you the car, get you the house, get you to run up that credit card debt, because
it's going to be worse later.
One EMP and none of that matters.
That's right. But thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you guys being here.
It's been a fun conversation.
Yeah.
We didn't even show you any news headlines or anything.
Fantastic.
You guys, it's been, we're not leaving, but this was indeed Totalitarian Tuesday.
Number 5, Full Metal Tyranny.
I just want you to know how much government and authority strives to put that golden fist right up your bum.
It's true. It's true.
Their only purpose is to keep that fist like elbow deep.
Briar Rose, too, you're very, very welcome. Thank you for being with us here this evening. And look for us tomorrow on a very special We All Gonna Die Wednesday.
You gonna tell them?
No, I'll let them find out tomorrow. But tomorrow night,
you gotta be here for this
same bat time, same bat channel, total different attitude. That's right. It's We All Gonna Die Wednesday.
All I'm gonna tell you is there's gonna be 3 of us.
Yep. There will be an extra tomorrow. There will be. And it's a good one. It's a real good one. It's a real good one. I love this guy. Love this guy. Wouldn't be here without him. Believe that. But thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate you. Smash that like button for us before you go, guys. And William Case, catch the replay. That's all I'm going to tell you. Tomorrow night is going to be fantastic. If you can't be here, it'll be in the loop as long as they let it stay up.
Watch it in your AirPods, however. I know dudes be listening to the podcast.
That's right. Mr. B Local, thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
We appreciate y'all. Homestead Aquarius, you be good as well. Stay safe, guys. And, as Prepper Now says, stack it to the freaking rafters. Hudson Valley Prepping Survival. And we're out of here.